Hi. Okay, just making sure we're all good. Right, I hope you're all well and enjoying this unity energy that we've got going on at the moment. So today I just wanted to take a little bit of time out to introduce you to the music of John Levine, his Alphamusic. Some of you may be aware of this and others of you may not. Now, Alphamusic has been a huge benefit in my life, in my counselling work, the energy work I do, the healing work, teaching, but it's also been a great resource in my life on a personal level and helped my son with his concentration and ADHD levels, issues. It's also really helped me with my own concentration issues and attention issues. And it also helps my dogs because I have it playing in the background whenever I go out. So it helps them with their separation anxiety. So I'm playing John's Alphamusic. This is actually Silence of Peace, which is the most intense album that he has out there and gets incredible results. So this is fabulous for you in your personal life. It's great for you for your development, but also if you are a therapist, a counsellor, a healer, meditation teacher, even if you're a beauty therapist, anything where you would like to get your clients into a very relaxed, open, meditative state. I mean, it is the most amazing music, and I discovered it, I think, probably about 14 years ago. And since that point, I have not used any other music or any other relaxation music, either in my work or in my personal life. It is lovely music. So what is Alphamusic? It is more than just relaxation. So when we do go and have reiki, or we go and have, even if we go and have our eyebrows waxed, whenever we're in any of those kinds of situations, we usually hear this very beautiful music playing in the background, which is this relaxation music. Okay, and it's there and designed to help us relax. Now this goes one step further. This is actually Alphamusic, and it's very different from any of the relaxation CDs or music you may have listened to, which, although relaxing, this actively changes your brainwave state. Okay, and it has been scientifically proven to lower your brainwaves from beta to alpha. And John actually designed this very much based on these scientifically proven principles. So this music goes one step further than just the animal music or the nature music or the chimes or the Buddhist music that we usually hear when we're having relaxation. So I just wanted to explain a little bit more about, what are alpha brainwaves, what are beta brainwaves, why is Alphamusic so important, the benefits that I've had in my therapist work and my counselling and my teaching work, but also in my private work. So how these things have benefited me, why it's really important for us all to have more alpha brainwave states than it is beta brainwaves, and how it helps our whole body, and also how it might then be able to help you. So how it will help you in your home and how it will help you in your work. So I am just going to play this in the background. Just allow it to wash over you. It is beautiful music, but it's working at a very deep level, and it's working on your brainwaves as we speak. So you've heard me talk about Alphamusic. This music is scientifically proven to bring your brainwaves down into an alpha state. And this usually occurs, especially with the Silence of Peace. This will usually occur around about 7 minutes in of listening. Now, you're probably not going to get exactly the same feeling because you've got me talking. So you're looking at me, you're listening to me. So you're tuning into me on this level. It's slightly different if you were to be laying down or just sitting and just letting this wash over you. So, alpha brainwaves alpha is our optimum state. Okay, it is our optimum balanced state for the body. It's when our body is completely in balance, and it allows it to begin its own self-healing. It allows it to bring everything into balance. There's no pressure. It's a very relaxed and calm energetic state and brainwave state. So when we're in alpha brainwaves, our brain works much more efficiently. Okay, it's very clear, it processes very quickly. It also allows us to tap into our creativity and experience great creative insights, great solutions to problems. When we're in this sort of resting alpha state, we're just more in tune with our whole body, okay? Our whole body is working as a functioning whole. But most of the time, people, especially in our society, in our very fast-paced society, where we've got lots of pressures on us, lots of pressures on our time, we're very much in beta state, okay? And beta is more, sorry, I'm having to turn this down just slightly. So beta is our fight or flight. Beta is our stress state. So if you think about it, when you wake up, you've been in delta, okay? And as you've been beginning to sort of awaken, you'll tend to go into more of an alpha state. And I don't know about you, but many people, when they're in that sort of 20 minutes before they're awakening, it's where they get lots of insight into their life and their world and what they need to do. And often when they wake up, because they go straight into a beta state, when they wake up, they forget all of this. And that beta state, you can think of it when you first wake up, is like you have that split second where all feels well with the world, and then boom, all the problems and issues and stresses and strains and anxieties and fears come and hit you like a tidal wave, and you feel yourself tense, you feel yourself, your breathing gets a bit heavier, your brain is then flooded with all of these things, all of these fears, all of these things that you're not doing and you need to do, all come flushing straight in, and you can feel the energetic signature of your body change, the energetic vibration of your body change. Your brain waves are changing into beta, this more stressed, agitated fight or flight state, okay? And this is the way the modern world is. People are living in beta brainwave state, which causes a whole heap of issues and problems for you. Beta is very much fight or flight, okay? So we are supposed to be in beta for quite a short period of time. Beta comes in when we are facing some kind of danger. Sorry, just got something on my lip. Yeah, when we are facing something, we're in beta, it's too much pressure on, it's like, get the hell out of there, get out of Dodge, and we'll do things to propel us and push us forward in getting out of that. The problem is, in this fast-paced society, with us being in beta constantly, we're constantly in a state of stress. We're constantly, our brains are being flooded with that internal dialogue that won't shut up, that's telling us what we need to do, where we need to be going, how we need to be doing it, how we're failing, how we're, you know, we're rubbish or we're worthless or whatever. These are all beta states, okay? So start to recognize these states when your brain is working very, very quickly, and the physiological states, the physiological effects it then has. The pounding heart, the sweaty clenched fists, the constantly feeling as though you're in anxiety and that something terrible is going to happen, and that, oh, it's just that constant. That is beta brainwave state, okay? And it has, this is you as a body out of balance, so it can give you insomnia, it can give you anxiety. When you have ADHD, you can be, because, and I'm not going to go into unity children and unity states forced to be in duality, but a lot of these things create a huge amount of anxiety. So ADHD, of trying to conform into a duality, causes huge amounts of anxiety. you know, any kind of hyperactivity, any kind of attention or concentration issues. This is very much the brain going into beta, the brain going into overdrive. So what we all need and what we all want, and all of these things are scientifically proven, we need to be more in alpha. Now, I live in alpha all the time. Okay, so my brainwaves are in alpha. There is nothing going on up there. I am not analysing, I am not worrying, I am not critiquing, I am not thinking about the future. My brain is just like quite empty. It kicks in, my brain kicks in when I need to do something. So if I need to problem solve, or if I need to maybe create something and get it into action, because the creation comes from the heart, and then it's just the brain who's kind of putting those things into action. So it's really wonderful. So it's in kind of idle mode when it's not needed, to kick in and help me make dinner or whatever it is. There's nothing going on up there. So when people will say, what are you thinking? Nothing. I am literally thinking nothing, right? There's nothing going on up there. It's lovely. It's peaceful. It's very slow. It's just marvellous. And that then is the same with my heart rate. So my heart rate is very slow. Everything within my body happens at a very gentle, slow rate, which when there's been occasions I've had to go into hospital and have all my, SATs done, they say I have the SATs of an athlete. I have the resting heartbeat of an athlete, and they often ask me what sport I do, and it isn't. It's just meditation, and it's John's music, and it's this development of being in an alpha state. Okay, so everything's really calm all the time. So you can, with your own development, with your own ascension, with your own, you know, the development which I teach on my personal development course, will get you to move into this alpha state. However, this music is really, really important, because until you do a lot of your own internal work, which can take quite a while, you still want to be experiencing this alpha state, and you still want to be experiencing the benefits of being in an alpha state. This music is absolutely perfect because it slows, regardless of how quick your brain works, regardless of how long you've been in beta brain waves, regardless of what you've got going on in your life. Listen to this music and your brain waves will slow down to alpha. Okay, so I've made some notes here because there is so much to talk about with this. So when you're in beta, as I've said, this contributes to anxiety, to depression, to insomnia, to restlessness, to mood swings. It's anything of your body being out of balance, being out of whack, running at too fast a rate at all times. So we function much better in alpha. Alpha is where we need to be looking at. You're clear-minded. Your mind is being able to process really, really quickly. You're able to problem solve really quickly. You're able to think outside of the box. You're able to come up with creative solutions to things. You're sharp, you're focused, you're on point with things. Emotionally, you're calm, you're relaxed, you're open. You feel in that kind of comforted, everything's going to be okay kind of way. Physically, your whole body relaxes, your heart relaxes, your heart slows down and relaxes. Everything slows down, your breathing gets slower and much, much deeper. And spiritually, you're very open. So one of the reasons that I use this, and it has had great benefits for me in any of my therapies, and I recommend this wholeheartedly to any therapists out there, any school teachers out there, having amazing results on children with hyperactivity and attention issues. Okay, these are all proven, and you can go over to John's website, and he's got so much testimonials out there, but also research that has been done in all these different fields. But for me personally, when I've used this, and that he's got a whole range of albums, and it is really good to be able to get to know all these different albums, because you can use them for different things. And it's like with therapies, when I'm doing work with men, I'll use his amber music, because this is specifically designed for men. Okay, and then there's the silence of silence of peace. This is one, it's kind of like your catch-all. It's the most powerful one in there. Sometimes you don't want to go in and get people into that such a deep alpha state. And then they've got silence of the heart, you've got silence of love, you've got silence of voice, you've got silence of vision, or you've just got so many, and they all do different things. So you can really start tailoring your own therapies to the people that you've got coming in, the different people, and what you're dealing with them, or what you're trying to transform in them. So you've got something for everything, and this is why I love this music so much, because it's a real partnership of you and the music. And yeah, it's fabulous. You really get in tune and work into the music. It's absolutely fabulous. So how it's helped me in my therapies is the fact that traditionally, when I used to do my counselling and hypnotherapy and different things like that, it could take quite a while for the client to begin to trust me and open up to me. And even if they did, you know, trust me quite quickly, when they would come in for their session, they'd come straight in from work or whatever they were doing. So they would be highly in this beta state. And for me to begin talking them down and getting them relaxed down into this alpha state so that they could open up and we could get beyond the barriers and really start doing some core work could take quite a long time. And if I was only having an hour session, you know, it could take a good half an hour for them to really be able to like calm down and be open. I put this music on, within 10 minutes they're gone. Within 10 minutes they're open. You know, so whether it be that I was doing meditation with somebody or energy work where I needed them to be deeply in this meditative state, or whether I was doing counselling work where I needed them to be open and be able to find their own flashes of insight, to guide them into their own eureka moments, putting this music on in the background just enabled me to get straight in there with these people. You know, 10 minutes and they are open, 10 minutes and they are ready. It really breaks down these barriers and gets them into a deep meditative state very quickly, whether they are conscious and talking during this or whether they are really relaxed and allowing me to work into their energy or go into their energy. So this music, what it can do, so if you can imagine that I had a new client who had some issues that were, you know, very personal for them and issues that they'd blocked away for a long, long time, it could take me 3, 4, 5 sessions sometimes before they felt comfortable enough with me. And then each session could take a good half an hour for them to get into that state. Well, with this music, I was having people come in and within the first session, they were opening up in ways that amazed and astounded them. And I'm not just saying it is just the music, because you have to work with the music, you have to understand the music, but it definitely changed the way that I was working with people and how accessible they were. And the other thing is I have my own attention issues. My son was diagnosed with ADHD, had that kind of diagnosis been around when I was younger, I would be diagnosed with ADHD. I was told I had adult ADHD. We both refused to accept this and called it our butterfly minds. However, we do have issues with concentration and attending to task, which in unity is not an issue. Within the structures of duality, it becomes a slight problem. So to conform, we had a choice. We could be medicated, and as my son said, the medication takes away the very best part of him. Or we could find another way, another coping strategy, another learning strategy, and this music is it. I put this music on in the background and I can achieve in a short amount of time every single point on my list. When I don't have this music, I am flitting from one thing to another, to another, to another, to another. So I find in the, say I have 4 or 5 hours in which I've got all my planning to do, I've got articles to write. Without this music, I start probably 15 different tasks and don't finish any of them. Because as I'm opening one document another document catches my eye, and then I start talking about unity, and then I'll go back in about talking about roles and the conditions of duality, and then that will then prompt me to go on and start talking about conscious eating and the food that we put in, and then I'll move on to something else, and then I just get completely overwhelmed because I've got 15 started articles with no real structure or completion to any of them. I put this music on in the background, and boom, I won't have 15, but I will have 4 completed articles from start to finish, because I'm able to focus on one thing at a time. So having this on in the background is absolutely fantastic, and I have to do it if I want to get anything done. It helps me focus. It helps me complete projects. It helps me think completely outside the box. It works with my butterfly mind to bring out the very, very best of me. It helped my son enormously with his ADHD, not only with his concentration issues, but also with his frustration and his anger and his anxiety. This really helps with anger and anxiety. Anger and anxiety is beta brainwaves. Anger and anxiety cannot exist in alpha brainwaves. The alpha brainwaves just do not support this. If you've got, play this in the background when you've got family situations that are going to be tense, or when you're with family who are likely to kind of kick off. Because we have a lot of these things that it's habit, and it's, it's just the connections we have with these families. Break that with this music going on in the background. And the great thing with this music is it's not intrusive. There is no beat. So there's nothing for you to get into and hook into, yet this music flows. So that is the thing. If you are a therapist, I don't know why it seems like I've got light pulsing. Keeps going, look, lighter and then darker, and I don't understand why. Strange. Anyway, yeah, so if you work with this music and just allow yourself to flow in with this music as a therapist, is absolutely fabulous. I mean, it really is. I love this music. It has transformed my life and the work that I do and my clients' life in some amazing, amazing ways. And as I say, for the last 14 years, I've never used another piece of music for relaxation, therapy, meditation. And for those that have done meditations with me, they will recognise this music. And it does contribute to the overall depth in which they can go. So if you have insomnia, you play this, you'll be gone. If you have problems meditating, always have this music going on in the background. This is going to help you achieve that meditative state. And because it's helping you, then it's kind of going underneath the mind. Okay, so underneath that really active mind that is going, you can't meditate, you need to plan your shopping list for tomorrow, you need to be thinking about, this argument that you had earlier, you haven't got time for this meditation, you put this on, and it just quietens the mind. And then you're able to get into that meditative state, and then you can develop things from moving on from there. So this music, I mean, I could talk about this music forever and ever and ever. I help John exhibit this music when he goes and does some of the bigger national events, because I believe in it, because it works for me, because it is tried and tested, because it has got that science angle. And you need it. You need it in your therapy work, but you need it at home. You need it. I put Silence of Peace on because I spend an awful lot of time with my dogs. My dogs come with me most places, but there are some places my dogs can't come. And also in the summer, it's not good for them to be in the car. So they stay at home and they listen to this Silence of Peace. So it works on them too. So, the range that John has is also an amazing discovery in itself, because you need to develop your own personal relationship with this music. You need to really tune in. You need to be able to, it's kind of like vibrate at the same rate as the music itself, and that's the journey that you will have with this music. So yes, it works straight away, and it works on one level. You can't get past it. If it's going into your brain, it's affecting your brain waves. Or if it's going in your ears, it's affecting your brain waves. But there's so much more to this music. This music also has like an accumulative effect. So it's like with anything, you know, when the brain starts recognizing, hang on, this music equals this state, it's almost like it's one step ahead of you. Oh, here we go. We're going into this alpha state. Oh, wonderful. Here's the music, and it happens much, much quicker. It also does something to the energy of the tone of the room as well. So it's like it builds it up in the room. And also as a therapist, you can connect in much, much deeper when you're listening to this music as well. So while it's helping your client, it's also helping you get into that deeper connection and that deeper state and just experience things on a deeper level. I mean, it's absolutely fabulous. So, you know, listening to this music can help you and your clients with insomnia, anxiety and depression, any kind of mood disorders, stress, relaxation, healing. It'll take your healing to another level. Reiki healers, take it to another level. Okay? And way past the placebo effect. Because I know a lot of therapies that we do are getting criticised at the moment for being the placebo effect, because, you know, in our busy lives, in our busy beta lives, when we go in somewhere and we lay down and we've got lovely smells and it's all warm and we're laying down and we're listening to lovely music and we've got someone speaking to us in a really soft tone of voice, and all of our senses, our hearing, our smell, our touch, all of these things are getting slowed down just by going and sitting on a therapist's couch. So there is lots of criticism going on at the moment saying that's what people are experiencing rather than anything else. Whereas if you start bringing in this music, it's taking everything to another level, and it's taking your therapies to another level. Okay, because it's breaking down the barriers, and a lot of the energy work that I do, one of the main things would be kind of that resistance that you get from people, these walls that are up, that have been up for so long. So this takes things to a very, very different level for you and enables you to really start digging in deep and creating great results that go way beyond the placebo effect. So it also helps dogs with separation anxiety, healing, any kind of stressful situation, so you can use it in your home. It's great to have playing in the background at Christmas and things like that, when people tend to get a little bit aggy. It's also really good to play if you want to get rid of people. So if people are overstaying their welcome, maybe at a party and things like this, because this will really slow everything down and just make them want to go to sleep. Hyperactivity, any kind of concentration issues, ADHD helps fantastically with that. Anyone who has a problem meditating, over anxious mind, helps with that. Therapists, healers, counsellors, teachers. The results and the scientific studies of this music helping with hyperactivity in children, at school, in learning situations is off the charts. The incidences of disruptive behaviour drop significantly when this music is being played. But not only do those disruptive behaviours drop significantly, their results in the tests that they do rise. So it's happening on two levels. It's calming down the behaviour, it's calming down the anxiety, but it's also opening up the mind. Okay, so that more learning is achieved. So, I mean, this should be played in every single school. And this is the thing that I'm happy to do with any kind of therapists or teachers or anything like that. If you need me to come and consult, to come and talk to your practice managers or your school managers or whatever to get this into your school. If you would like to do a little bit of a trial run, I can arrange something with John so we can get this into you. If you want me to teach you how to work with this music, I can put on workshops to do these things for you, because this music is such an amazing aid and tool for you, whether at home or whether in your work. we will do anything at this time to help you get that into your business and your home. So whatever you need, if you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to John, you can. But this music is absolutely phenomenal. So, you know, really, and it's not that expensive. I mean, you do have to have a license that goes with it, and I'm not too sure of the prices, but I think if it's for your home, it's around about £15, something like this. If you're doing it as a therapist, I think it runs at a little bit more, £30 or what have you. But I mean, what is that? That's nothing. And especially seeing as you have it and you just have to renew your license, which is peanuts each year. But you've got this music. I mean, it's absolutely fun. Dentist waiting rooms, play this music, and you are just going to have such much more relaxed, compliant patients. You know, it just, I can't even explain how fabulous it is and how much it can change. So I've put down here a link, because I have a link, I have an affiliate link with John Levine. So through and I think I've put the link here and through my website. So if you go through that and purchase any of his music, I am recording a 15-minute guided meditation using his music that you can have for free when you buy his music, to help you really connect into this music and really bring into your conscious awareness the effects this music is having, because then it's going to help you moving forward to be using it that much more. So that is absolutely fantastic. I'm just seeing if there's anything else, because there's so much about this, but there is lots on John's website as well, which you can follow the link through, because once you have a look at if you follow the link through onto my website, we have a page dedicated to John. Then if you click one of those links, it takes you straight through to his page, so you can get more information about it. If you're really interested in all the science stuff, get in touch. We can give you more information about the scientific evidence of this. If you are interested in it for something for your home, or you want to know which is the best album for you to buy for anxiety or ADHD or insomnia or whatever, get in touch and we can advise on that, or there'll be more information on John's website. You know, if you want me to come and work with you, if you want me to put a presentation together for your head teacher, to trial it at school for a little while, to see the work that, you know, it's done. If you are a doctor's surgery or a dentist surgery, you know, just get in touch. This music, for such a small amount of money, will help you beyond measure, and it cuts down on the time. So, you know, how would you like it as a counsellor if you're able to get a client in front of you and really get them to open up and start talking about their core issues in that first session, rather than having to spend weeks developing that trust, and then, you know, half an hour, you have an hour appointment with somebody, and half an hour of that is just trying to get them to go from beta into alpha, to then be in that open state. You know, if you're finding it difficult to meditate, if you're finding it difficult to shut down your brain, this music will shut it down for you. It will take you from beta into alpha. And it's not that it's something you're choosing to do. It's not something that you have to connect into. This music will do it, whether you want it to or not. I mean, I've had some of the most resistant people, and when I used to do all my hypnotherapy as well, you know, I would have that, you can't hypnotize me, you know. It's like, well, why have you come to someone who does hypnotherapy? So they would come in and be like, nobody can do this to me, and it would be like, right, okay, just sit, breathe, listen to the music, 10 minutes, gone. You know, and everybody would come out of it and just be like, how this has never happened to me before. And it's like, obviously it's to do in part with my energy and how I work with the music, but you know, a lot of it has got to do with the music, of it actually slowing your brain waves down for you. So I think that is it. If you do, so please do go and check all of that out. If you do go and buy one of these CDs, I will do this guided meditation with you. Whatever you want to bring this into your life, do get in touch with me or with John on his website, which you can get through the links through mine. You know, whatever you need, however you need to be supported in this music, I am such a strong advocate of John's music, and I do anything I can to help him promote this, because it's it's amazing. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing tool. Now, if you would be interested in living in alpha state all the time, getting yourself out of beta and living constantly in an alpha state like I do, which is that move from duality into unity, okay? It's into that unity heart energy. Then you really need to look at investing in doing my 8-week course, which is on demand online. I've got more details on my website, www.micheleelizabeth.co.uk, and that's Michele with one L. Or you can get in touch with me directly and ask for more information. It's only £300, and what it is on this I teach you the tools and techniques for you to get into your core wounds, to be able to access your unconscious, bringing into your conscious awareness your duality structure that you have within. So what that basically is it's uniting your polarities, so the opposites within, the unconscious and the unconscious and your conscious world. We bring those together, okay? We're then able to dissolve and release the conditioning, the duality structure, and all of your core wounds, and bring in this unity energy, which gives you peace and clarity of mind. So it clears out the mind, okay? It brings your body into balance. I don't know where this light keeps coming from, this pulsing of light. Yeah, it all looks a bit strange. You're able to reconnect in with your emotions and balance your emotions and bring in unity emotions. You're able to bring into balance of your whole physicality, so that your skin complaints go, allergies go, you know, everything gets brought very much into balance. And this is the pathway to unity. So my course, only £300. Please do get in touch and look at investing in this. We can do payment plans. There are so many different payment options that we can do, because it's important for everybody to look at consciously walking from duality into unity, and my course gives you the tools to do this. And when you do start clearing your mind and balancing everything, then you are going to constantly be living in an alpha brainwave state, which is just truly, truly wonderful. So think about that. Go and have a look at John's website, if you go through my website, because that's the way that you can then access the free guided meditation that I will be doing for you all. And if you have any questions about anything, please do get in touch. These are really, really exciting times. And I'm here to sort of help you and guide you and point you in the right direction and give you the tools and the techniques that you need to move from the duality paradigm into the unity paradigm. So thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the music. And if you go on to John's website via my link, I know there's some free samples and things like that for you to have a look at as well. But please do look into it. Please do start using this in your life. It's an amazing, amazing resource, and it will bring wonders into your life. Okay, take care, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.